you will see, it's a very grand structure. The third is, what was the theme? The theme was Vikasit Bharat. And I think it's important. Why was the theme chosen? As VC has said, last 15th of August is when the Prime Minister gave the call that India should be prepared for the next 25 years. This is the Amrit Kal. And at the end of the Amrit Kal, Bharat ek Vikasit Desh banega. We will be a developed nation in the next 25 years. And why is Vikasit Bharat so important at this point? It is important because India is at a takeoff moment. And what is the takeoff moment? We are not only the largest country by population, which we just probably crossed in the month of April by some estimates, we are also the world's 5th largest economy. But if you look at it, the 5th is going to become 3rd in a couple of years. 2, demography is in our favor, not just in terms of total numbers of people, but also in terms of the number of youthful people. India has about 20% of the world's working age population in a couple of years, and it is going to be the largest provider of working age people for the next 20 years or so. Our average age, the median age of our population is between 28 and 29. Just for comparison, in our neighborhood, the average age is about 39. So that shows the kind of lead we have, and this population is going to be reasonably youthful for a while. The time has come for India to utilize this opportunity. Countries which have crossed this particular level of development actually then go through a rapid period of sustained high-speed growth if the correct things are done. So we actually have a 20-25-year period where if we do the right things and do things the right way, then the country can actually meet its aspirational goals. There are other things which are going for India. Digitization is very high in the country. The world actually looks towards Digital India, as the Prime Minister said in the meeting. He said, I've just come back from foreign tours, and then the amount of interest that is there on the kind of activity that is happening in India on the digital front is something which is actually stunning the rest of the world, and they're looking at us with amazement. In addition to that, we're a highly entrepreneurial economy. I mean, we have the world's 3rd largest startup ecosystem. There are almost over 90,000 startups which DPIIT has got on their records, and we have over 100 unicorns. So given our aspirational population, given the demographics, given GDP which is there at this point, given that we're on the last mile in terms of resolving a lot of basic access issues like Sadak, Bijli, Pani, we are at a point where we actually now move from basics to actually going towards development. So I think that was the theme. The second is the whole world is looking at India. And that's what the Prime Minister emphasized multiple times, that this is an opportunity for us to grab. And he mentioned that to all the chief ministers, saying that go and grab the opportunity that is there. And he has emphasized that India grows when states grow. I think that captures why Vikasit Bharat becomes relevant to states, because bulk of the action to become Vikasit Bharat is at the state level, be it industries, be it electricity, be it water supply, be it skill development, be it education, be it health, everything is in the states. So I think that's where an organization like Niti Aayog plays a very good role, and that's what the Governing Council is all about. It is a platform where the center, states, union territories sit together, discuss their developmental experiences, look at the long term, exchange notes, and try to align their goals and their plans and strategies so that we all achieve collective goals. In his opening remarks, the Prime Minister did talk about a large number of things. He said that all the people in the room have a collective responsibility to fulfill the aspirations of 140 crore people. We need to have a common vision, and we need to have a strategy. The aspiration of Vikasit Bharat is not an individual's, not a small group's vision. It is a vision of the people of India, which we all will have to conceive and fulfill. He also mentioned about the successful manner in which the center and states have cooperated in a couple of programs. He mentioned the Aspirational District Program, which is actually run at Niti Aayog, where about 112 districts, which otherwise are backward in indicators, have been identified, and states have worked to actually pull up those districts on indicators. And he also referred to a program which we are about to launch, launched by the Prime Minister formally, which is aspirational block program, taking development down further. 500 blocks in the country have been picked up because of poor socio-economic indicators, and to again give the same kind of focused attention. And again, beautiful words from the Prime Minister that you raise the level of those blocks to the state average, automatically the state average will also rise, and then the national average will rise. Then we went on to a large number of things. The meeting itself had 8 themes. Vikasit Bharat was one, which is the overarching theme. There were 6 sub-themes which were there, which were identified. We had themes like ease of doing business and reducing the burden of compliances. Health was there, skills was discussed, MSMEs were discussed, infrastructure and investment were discussed, women empowerment was discussed, and application of PM Gati Shakti. PM Gati Shakti actually is quite familiar. It's been in the news for a while, but this is PM Gati Shakti with a slightly different